Welcome back to our little kitchen, and in today's video we're going to be making
Chile Colorado.
Chile Colorado. Never heard of Chile Colorado? I take it it's from Colorado?
No. Oh. This is what I thought, because a lot of you said make Chile Colorado, and I was like, oh, it must be a dish from the great state of Colorado. But no, Colorado translates to colour red. Oh. So it's a red coloured chili, and it's another Mexican.
Oh, cool, another Mexican. Buenos dias, amigos.
So we have got some ancho chilies and some guajillo chilies. They're dried ones, and we've washed them, we've destemmed them, we've popped them, seeds included, into some chicken broth, and we've boiled them up. So they are ready to form a bit of the base of this soup. But now we've got to get on with some of that beef.
If you like the idea of a couple of Brits fumbling their way around their kitchen, trying to learn American food and Mexican food and Canadian food, and hop along for the journey with your little British family obsessed with food, particularly me. And we're on a journey to be the best chefs we can. We do not call ourselves chefs, we're not trying to tell you what to do, but we're having a lot of fun in the process. If that sounds good, then subscribe and like this video. Right, enough of my jibber jabber.
On to the beef.
It's time to glove up. That joke never gets old. What have we got here then, Nikita?
So we have got 3 pounds of chuck beef, I think it is. I think that's what you call it. We call it braising steak, so we've got some of that over here. We've gone for 3 pounds, although this recipe does say 2.5 pounds, just because of the pack sizes it comes in. If you don't want to follow this recipe, we will link it in the description as always. So we need to just season this. So we're just going salt, pepper, and we've got to coat it with a bit of flour. So
we're going to do a little bit at a time. As Nikita said, we're going to season it with a bit of, I said a bit, quite a bit. Oh dear, what am I doing? What am I doing? It's going to be well seasoned, this one. Bit of flour. Just to save you guys a bit of time, we're going to do this in batches. So we're going to pop what we've got already into the Dutch oven and hopefully save you guys some time. So this is all nicely mixed up. We're going to pop this in a little bit at a time so we brown the meat evenly.
Question for you. So far in this Mexican, Tex-Mex, Ari-Mex, Cali-Mex, whatever you want to call it, Mex journey, what has been your favourite or standout dishes?
I knew you were going to say that. I love it all. I know that's a real cop-out, but I love it all. Literally love it all. Enchiladas, amazing. Pozole soup.
Pozole.
Poblano soup. Taco soup. Well, if you've got recommendations for some more Mexican dishes, or Cali-Mex, or Tex-Mex, let us know in the comments below.
I've got to say, I can't probably pick a favourite, so it was a bit of an unfair question for me to ask you. But one that really took me by surprise was that poblano soup.
Yeah.
I did not expect it to taste so good with so few ingredients and so quick a dish.
I need to say this, and I promise you, I'm not just saying that. I really do suffer in the winter, or the autumn, fall and winter, short days, and it really has brightened up my fall so far. It really has. The colours and the flavours. Beautiful. Okay, so all the meat is nicely browned. I'm going to take this out. Now that's all brown, we're going to set this to the side and get on with these onions. So we have 1 diced onion and 1 diced jalapeno.
Now I should say, I got to the bottom of the recipe and it said that this Chile Colorado is medium spicy. So that's before adding the jalapeno pepper. So it could be hot spicy by the time we try this.
So looking at what I'm doing so far and not knowing anything about this dish, is this a bit like a stew, as we would say over here?
Yes, it's a Mexican stew, I believe, but let me know if I'm wrong. I just think it's a red kind of stew, and if I just quickly show you, these are the peppers. So it has got like a red colour just from boiling up those peppers already. So it's going to be where Colorado comes from.
We're actually going to be using that juice there, yeah?
Yeah, all of that in a minute is going into Brenda. It's going to be blitzed up along with those onions and jalapenos that you're doing.
Wowza. Now it's time to combine the onion and the jalapenos with our peppers here. Now we are going to go and pop this into Brenda the blender. Okay, so this is our friend, Brenda the blender. This is a godsend. Brenda is an absolute godsend. So we've got our peppers here, and I'll try my best not to make a mess. Yeah. Okay, we're just going to puree this. Now that's done, we're going to hop back over to the hob.
We're just going to return this meat to the pan. And we need to strain some of this lovely red sauce, so let's get that into the strainer. Wow, look at that. That's a beautiful red colour. Chile Colorado, or Colorado chili, is just one other thing that we are trying. If there are more Mexican or American or whatever recipes you think that we should try, then make sure you comment below on this video and let us know what it is. I actually never knew this, but an ancho chili is actually a dried poblano pepper, and a guajillo chili is actually the dried mirasol pepper. So didn't know, I thought they were like completely different peppers in their own right. Didn't just know there was like a fresh version and a dried version and they take on a different name. Presumably they take on a different flavour as well. Wow, that does smell good. It does actually look good too. Okay, so we need to add in some more seasoning to this, because if it's not British food, it's not going to be bland, is it? So we've got some garlic powder, some smoked paprika, some oregano, some cumin and a bay leaf. In that goes. We're just gonna bring this to a low boil, and then we're gonna allow it to simmer covered for about an hour before we do that all important taste test. So join us a little bit later on.
Taste test time. Now I know what you're all thinking, where has Nikita gone? She's just looking after Alyssa. I'll do my taste test, rate it, and then Nikita will come back down. Right, this reminds me massively, I am salivating. This reminds me a little bit of the Texas chili, or the brisket chili we did. That was fantastic. This looks very, very similar. My mouth is absolutely drooling. It looks and smells amazing. It looks really rich. Literally, my mouth is watering so much. Oh, it smells good. It smells really good, okay. Mm. Bloody hell. There's a nice spice to it. I know we put some jalapeños in there. That is really tasty. I would say the beef isn't as tender as it was when we did the brisket chili, but really tasty. Tastes different to the Texas chili. Really nice. That has no right. That has no right to be that good. Bloody hell. It's got a lovely spice to it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know it's good when you just can't stop eating it. It's not often I'm lost for words. I was a massive fan of Texas chili. That is so good. Oh my days, that is so good. If I had one slight, I wouldn't even say complaint, because it tastes and looks amazing. I think the beef isn't as tender as I'd like it, but taking nothing away from it, that is like romancing me massively. Romancing me in my mouth, my throat. I can feel the warmth coming down. And it's like doing the tango. Down here, doing the tango, loving it. giving me love, love, love. Marks out of 10. I'm gonna go 9.5. And the only reason I'm gonna go 9.5, everything else is a 10. But for me, the beef, if it was just a little bit more tender, now that's down to us. It's how we prepared and cooked the meat. That's the only thing I can say, the only thing I can say, and it's not tough, it's just not as melt in your mouth, and the spice is perfect. Right, 9.5 out of 10, let's go get Nikita.
I'm excited for this one. It absolutely smells amazing. And do you know what I did? I added extra radish to mine because when I had that in the pozole, I really enjoyed it. Let's take a bite out of Chile Colorado and see what it's all about. I'll get a bit of everything. Oh, oh, oh. That is nice. That meat's a lot more tender than I thought it was going to be. Having only cooked it for an hour, getting a little bit of spice building, but it's a really nice kind of heat. So yeah, I'd say it is kind of medium spicy. I think it goes really well with the radish as well, getting that crunch. I never thought to use radish in anything other than salad, so I think I'm going to be eating a lot more radish. Let's have another bite. Ooh, that's lovely and rich. I'm loving the flavours. Not sure if David said this or not, but it smells a little bit like that Texas brisket chili that we made, but this has got more heat in it. Oh, I'm loving this. I'm not sure if it's a thing to do, but I might even add a little bit more lime. So I put the lime in with the mix, but a little bit more lime to serve. Why not? That is some flavour. I am getting a lot of chili coming through in this. Really, really enjoying it. And yeah, just so surprised by those radishes. We've got the Mexican rice here. Admittedly, I just bought Mexican rice. I didn't make it. But if you'd like to see us make some Mexican rice, then let us know. Because I think that's something we're going to have to do next. Because I think it's quite simple, but I think highly flavoursome. This in a bowl of deliciousness, I think is pretty amazing. Now, apparently you can swap out the beef for different meats like pork. And I imagine that would be quite nice too. Wow, I can feel the spice building up in my mouth, which is lovely. Is it a 10? Let's see. Yeah, it can't be anything other than a 10. All those flavours coming through, 10 out of 10. Only thing that could possibly make it better, maybe if that meat was even more tender. If you've enjoyed this video as much as we've enjoyed eating and making it, then please subscribe to the channel and don't forget to drop us a little like on your way out. If you want more content from us, then you can head over to Patreon. We've got free tiers as well, a bit more extra content from us. And all that leaves my British family to say, even though they're not here, is take care, God bless, and see y'all in the next video.